Animaniacs 2020, Season 2, Episode 10.
We're sorry, you cannot continue to stream unless you've done your 50 minutes of exercising.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that
Poor
was a
me.
it was kind of a dark sketch.
Oh, a little bit.
But like it was amusing, but kind of dark. But yeah, well,
Poor May.
yeah, there wasn't much to say there. It was just sort of, it was a bit, it had its funny bits, but a bit dark humor. But okay,
I like dark humor.
yeah, I'll just not judging
It had
dark humor, just saying it was. But let's see. Then I think we went to Pinky and the Brain and
Yeah.
got Julia back, which when it was like it was like when Pinky starts going, it's like, okay, you seem he seemed a bit odd, but okay, it's and then he starts doing he's like over 1 in 100,000 combination, whatever he said it was.
Yeah.
It was like, that's not Pinky.
What?
That something's
Yeah.
happened. Something's wrong with Pinky. That's not right.
Yeah.
Like I thought the joke would end up being like the name, the password was Pinky or something, because it was five things. It was like, but
For all we know, the password was Pinky.
well, it seemed to be like digits, but yeah, it could have been. I don't know. She assumed it was digits. Could have been just Pinky, because like he was annoyed. Like
I am Sherlock.
If they had, yeah. Oh, actually, that came to mind a little bit. But if he had like he had done the programming of, through voice dictation to the computer, and is like, okay, set password for program activation. He thinks to himself. Pinky does something stupid in the background. Pinky! Okay. Password, Pinky, accepted.
And that's why he didn't want to say, because he didn't want to Pinky to know that he was the password. Canon accepted.
When the
Although that you're using too much paste. It's so tasty.
Yum.
And you see, this is why pen caps have a hole in the top. For the very reason he was using the glue cap, so that you don't choke on it.
Yeah. Which it's... Yeah.
It would have been hilarious if Brain just ended up forgetting what the password was because of that head bonk. Like, yes, my plan is coming. Oh, wait, what was it?
Go a bit Twilight Zone. There was time now! And also, Pinky can never disguise as a male for some reason.
That's because Pinky is the woman of the relationship.
Ah.
And he likes dressing up. He's a drag queen.
Hey, if that's what he likes. That's what he likes.
Actually, you know what?
Dresses are very comfortable. You should try it sometime.
Actually,
You got the gams.
Actually,
the
knowing
what?
Brain,
The
knowing,
gams.
Oh.
knowing Brain, he probably made the password Brain.
That would be a very brain thing to do.
It would be.
A little
I do.
narcissistic? Yep.
I do have to admit, though, although she is technically a villain, I do feel sorry for her because it is Brain's fault she's like that.
Yeah, but I mean, look at a lot of the Batman villains. A lot of them are his fault.
Only like a small amount though.
Well, the main ones.
Like actually, the closest one they could consider would be his fault would be the Joker, and
It depends
that
on,
depends on what version.
Yeah, it depends on the version.
Also, it
Sometimes
depends on the version because sometimes they change the backstory.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
one time, the turtles being mutants was April's fault.
Yeah. It all
At
depends on which.
In the Michael Bay.
Yeah. Yeah, with Joker, yeah, it depends greatly upon which version of the story you read.
I thought Mr. Freeze.
No, Mr.
Batman
Freeze was not
stopped
Batman's
him.
fault. It was not Batman's
Yeah.
fault. At least in the
I don't
animated
know a
series,
lot
he was.
about Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Batman. The only Batman I remember much of is
I
the
don't think so, at least.
Adam West ones and the Michael Keaton ones.
I'm sorry, but it's like it is like a huge different turn from like the Adam West Batman because that was like comical and funny to the dark, tall, and brooding. Like, where exactly did that coin flip?
When comics changed. Back in the 80s, comics did a huge shift. Like back in the 50s and 60s, when comics were like new and fresh, and even if you look at the old school Superman like shorts and stuff, like with George Reeves and all of those, they're like really dorky and comical because that's what was popular in the day. Like silly little, they were afraid to get dark on a lot of stuff like that. And then in the 80s, everything was punk and dark and like edgy. And so
huge shoulder pads and lots of pockets.
Pads. Yeah, and huge hair. But that's when we get stuff like the Highlander and then Christopher Reeve's Superman and stuff like that. Wait, Reeve's Superman was 80s or 70s? I forget.
80s,
I think it was early 80s. But like you could even see that in Doctor Who, where like the old stuff, the older you get, the sillier it is. And then you get towards the 6th and 7th Doctors. And it's a lot like, it's not dark, although the 7th Doctor does get pretty dark. But it is a lot more serious and a lot more like, I want to say deep, but not deep, like just a lot darker as far as like the stylization of it.
Yeah.
So like there was a shift in the late 70s, early 80s, and everything after that was all dark and edgy and all that. And that's where we get the Keaton one in the early 90s, where it's much darker, much edgier, much like, ooh, he's a tough guy type thing.
And then you get Schumacher. And things go back a little bit. Then you get Nolan and
So,
things go
yeah.
back the other way. But we've been stuck in gritty for a while now. Well, at least DC's been kind of stuck in gritty for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
I watched the newest stuff, but Marvel, Marvel's mostly lighthearted and a little goofy. Like
It has a nice balance. Marvel has a really good balance of dark and humor. Like, and not just dark humor, but like,
yeah.
look at Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's like very, very funny, but also very, very dark. Like,
Yeah.
all tied together very well. Like,
Yeah.
universe.
But it's not. Yeah, it's just not obsessed with. I need to be dark and brooding all the time.
Yeah.
I need to have.
And
they have a good balance. They
Yeah.
know, like, okay, this is getting a little dark. We need to throw in a joke here, or we need to lighten the mood. You know?
Yeah, in DC movies, they always forget to turn on the lights.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they, yeah.
I thought those were just the really bad cam copies I watched on the internet.
Which is odd because well, I guess.
I usually just wait until they're on Netflix.
But like, that's the thing is, you're capable of so many good animated things. Why can't you just take that, put that over there? It's like,
I did like The Boys. I didn't see the second season, but
is that DC?
I liked the first
or is
season of The
that
Boys.
Just, I don't think that's
DC.
It's DC.
I need to
Okay.
finish
It
it.
must be an independent sort of timeline,
It is.
sort of different thing, but yeah,
It's on Amazon. It's but it's a separate timeline where superheroes are commercialized. And so they actually made superheroes and have this organization, not really a Justice League, more of a superheroes LLC type thing.
Okay, so you're
Crazy.
half right, half wrong. It did start with DC Comics, but it was bought and moved to Dynamite Entertainment.
Okay, I don't know. But I thought it was DC.
It started out like that.
Because it also was on the DC and DC video like app or whatever. I deleted it because it was a paywall, and I'm like, nah, it's on Amazon Prime. So was that? No, that was the other one. Doom Squad, Doom Coalition. No, Doom
Patrol?
Coalition. Doom Patrol. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one that was DC.
Yeah, I remember that one because that's where Beast Boy was originally from.
Yeah.
I think.
I just know that I watched first couple seasons, I think, because I just never got a chance. I just forgot to watch more. But I watched it because it has Brendan Fraser in it. And
bless that poor man's soul. I'm glad he's getting back in the spotlight.
He barely aged for a really long time. Like, I don't know what he looks like now, but it's like during the Mummy movies, like you have the first one and then you go all the way to the last one. I think it's like the third or fourth one, and he's got a young adult kid, and he still looks the same. It's like he didn't age at all, and his son looks almost the same age as him.
He goes to the same place Keanu Reeves does, and Paul Rudd, or I think that was the guy. Whoever the guy is that Ant-Man who just does not age. Like
Yeah.
they didn't even like I heard
Paul
they didn't
Rudd.
even Paul Rudd. Yeah, they didn't even bother. Like with a lot of them, they like a lot of the Avengers people. They like they're getting their scans. They can if they need to do some de-aging in a future thing, they can do it. And like they didn't even like bother with him or something because he looks the same as he did like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's and Patrick Stewart is another one who reached his like point back in Next Gen, and he just has not aged since then.
He looks a little older now, but for a long time, like he went from like that to all the X-Men films. He looks until like Logan. I think he might have aged a little bit, but he might have started to show his age. But like for a long time there, like he hit Picard, and then he just
Yeah, but
stopped
he hasn't
aging.
Yeah, he just hasn't aged much though. Like he got a little skinnier, like a little frailer looking, but that's about it. Like he just barely aged. And then you see like Franks and Burton and Spiner, and they're all old now, and it's just like, wow. The difference is so vast.
But yeah. How did we get onto this from Animaniacs?
I have no idea.
Anyway,
I remember. Oh, let's see. We were talking about Brain being a narcissist, and I don't know from there.
have to go back and watch it to figure out how we got here, but we got
Oh, the origins. His wife's origin story. And then we started talking about DC and how dark DC is, and DC versus Marvel, and then like just not aging.
Yeah.
Oh, the not aging came from Doom Patrol and Brendan Fraser, who just like never ages.
Anyway, back to Animaniacs. I think there wasn't much to talk more about the Pinky and the Brain segment.
It's always nice to have somebody test out your shit for you because kaboom.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, I do love the part with Pinky though. It's like just one thing you didn't realize though. I love to eat paste. So I started chewing on my arm, and then I found this nice yummy patch by my leg. It's like, Pinky, we don't need those kind of details. Yes.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I freed myself by eating myself out. Wait. Good night, everybody.
Anyway, we'll see what was next.
The sandbox.
Sandbox.
Starbucks.
Oh, Starbucks.
and
Yeah, I was like Sandbox. No, Starbucks. Yeah, which okay, it was fairly standard fare for the most part, but it sounded like they that wasn't like an adult actress. That was like a kid. It was either a really good.
That's that.
Oh yeah.
Did sound like a kid.
Yeah, no, they literally just gave a mic to one of the the animator's child's like kid record something.
Yeah, that's what it sounded.
Yeah, just like take your toys to the tub and let's and I'll just animate what you do.
The audio, and then just whatever the audio comes out as, we just take that and we weave an episode around it. And
yeah, it's like we'll just animate what you do. Because that seriously does seem like something a child would do.
Yeah.
whoever like made that episode definitely had children, young children.
Almost definitely. Although that, I don't know, that child reminded me of like a different child, but from like the old Animaniacs for some reason.
Bindi? Or no, Elmira.
Elmira, kind of, yeah. But
A
less
cross
annoying.
between Bindi and Mindy and Elmira. You know, like, okay, lady, love you, bye bye, and I'm gonna love you and squeeze you and hug you all up.
Yeah, like I said, Elmira, but less annoying.
Yeah, no, a cross between between Mindy and Elmira.
Starbucks and Cindy, that's what it was. Starbucks
Yeah.
and Cindy, yeah.
They're waiting. They're waiting. They're waiting.
Waiting.
I'm sorry, sir.
man,
I got a bad time.
Yeah, like he grabs a piece of toilet paper or whatever to cover himself with and climbs up, and then it's like, oh, but wasn't he already naked to begin with?
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
But there's a difference between being naked and wet naked.
Fair.
Like in My Little Pony, it's like, Spike, get out of here! You know ponies don't normally wear clothes, right?
We don't normally wear clothes. Okay, yeah, trivia. This segment was conceived after Katie Rice saw a photo of two humans holding a naked alien as if it were a toddler. Although there was some scripting, Cindy's dialogue was ad-libbed by Katie Rice's niece, Eleanor Johnson. The segment uses a different art style than the rest of the show, with there being more realistic character designs with thick colored outlines and painterly backgrounds. This is the first and so far only segment in the entire Animaniacs franchise where the segment's title appears again at the end. And interestingly, both episodes where the segment is featured also feature Julia in their respective Pinky and the Brain segments.
Oh shit!
That is interesting.
Let's see, what was it? See if I can get to the episode because I can't remember what the last one was. Okay, Who Done It? Wait, okay, no, that was the other one. Yeah. Okay. There. Yeah. Oh. And the other thing was that I wanted to talk about was Threakenbach Falls, which is a Sherlock Holmes reference.
Yeah.
Threakenbach Falls, which is the death of Sherlock Holmes, but then he gets better.
Yeah. Well, no. You see, it was Conan Doyle created that story to get rid of Sherlock Holmes because he was tired of him. Because it's kind of like when I was in high school and I made up a fake boyfriend to get people off my back, but then people kept asking me questions about him. Hey, how's he doing? Blah, blah, blah. So I killed him. When character annoys you, you just got to kill him sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, we skipped over targeted ads as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But
I guess they didn't really target me.
Yeah.
Although I could.
Spider whistle. I do kind of like the spider whistle.
I could go for that. Just think of how much revenge I could get on my enemies.
Yeah. No. You just advertise it as a rape whistle, and then you give it to people, and then when they whistle for help, the spiders crawl all over you and take you away from the danger.
And for arachnophobia people, we have slugs.
Ew. Don't cry too hard, or your salty tears will kill the slugs. Which is, I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, the Reichenbach Falls thing in Sherlock Holmes, Conan Conan Doyle created Reichenbach Falls in order to get rid of Sherlock because he was tired of all his other work being overshadowed by this one character that was supposed to be a one-off. But he was so popular that, Doyle made more. And it just got out of hand. And he's like, listen, I got to get rid of him. But there was so much backlash that he brought him back. And it's like, oh, I faked my death.
Although, I'm pretty sure a lot of people were like, wow, thanks for calling us out with the Jason Momoa. Your search history of Atlantis, something, and Jason Momoa. We have made this
Momoa.
commercial.
Aquaman,
Momoa.
yeah, Aquaman sequel, Jason Momoa beach pics, like,
Yeah, we have made this commercial for you.
I can honestly say none of those things are on my search history.
No.
I have never seen any of the Aquaman movies. I don't really care about
Are there more than one?
there are two. I think
there's
two.
old ones and new ones and etc. Anyway,
Yeah.
something's about to become on my search history though.
What?
Tuna fish gum.
Yeah, why do you say tuna fish? Which I get, like, double mint tuna fish. It has the same flow to it, but tuna is a fish. You don't. It's not a tuna fish. It's a tuna,
Yeah,
which is a type of fish.
but it's still called tuna.
Its name is not. And its name is not, like, some fish do have fish in the name, like anglerfish or lungfish.
Yeah, so tell that to the cans at the store that still say tuna fish on them. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Or hagfish. Those are weird.
Yeah, or hagfish. Or
They make a lot of
blobfish.
slime.
Or blobfish.
Uh,
They look like midrock.
But yeah, they're
Only without less facial hair.
let's see, DMV Fantasy Camp, Tuna Fish Fresh Gum, Tuna Fresh Gum and
Okay.
Tarantula Whistle. I was looking at the wiki. I was like,
I mean, I would love to go on to a DMV fantasy camp. Call now because our counselors are also waiting at the DMV.
Yeah. I think I know a few people who would like to go there. I wouldn't because I don't like people.
No. See, you work at the DMV precisely for the reason of not liking people, because you can torment them all day.
Yeah, but the few times I've been to the DMV, I never really had much of a problem. And I didn't wait that long, maybe like half an hour. And it was maybe like half an hour in and out.
Now, to be fair, you live in a place where nobody wants to drive because it's too windy.
No, there are lots of cars on the road.
Crazy.
We get traffic. Yeah.
You know what's funny? So it's like
No, you see, they do want to drive because it's windy, because they don't want to walk because they get blown away. Which I actually almost did get blown off my bike the other day because it was so windy. I'm like riding my bike and then the wind is blowing to my side and keeps trying to totter me over.
I was watching like an episode of The Price is Right, and one of the prizes was exclusive trip paid to Chicago. I was like, oh wow, oh great.
We got good pizza.
That's true. That's what my roommate said too. It's like, yeah, they got good pizza. One, like, I think like animation error I noticed on the last part of the Animaniacs, with the alien.
Mm-hmm.
I swore that remote also fell in the toilet too.
I don't think it did.
I noticed it did. That's my imagination.
Whatever.
No, there were keys. There was a ducky. There was a bunch of stuff that she threw down there.
Well, no, I
don't-
remember because he was about to push a button. He was
Which I wonder
about to
if
push the
if
button.
Go ahead.
He was about to push the button, and he kept like fumbling with it, and I kind of thought he also dropped it in the toilet when he fell too.
Wonder if the duck was a reference to Plucky.
Baby.
There's that goes down to good grief. That was that line was repeated a lot in school.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I have to say though is
No push button. Me push button.
is whoever designed that toilet not to get clogged needs a Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
God damn.
Like, how is the water still flowing?
Yeah, and also somebody really needs to invent locking toilet seats so your toddler doesn't flush things down toilets.
Wouldn't be surprising if they had them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they probably do. They have a lot of things that, like toddler proofing your house.
Yeah, maybe something that like makes it really heavy enough that a kid couldn't lift it, but like anybody who needs it could.
I'm sorry, but it just makes me think of that one picture where there's Mjolnir on the toilet seat, and then there's Spider-Man doing the potty dance in front of it.
Okay.
Like, cruel joke, Thor. Thor's hammer sitting on the
Mjolnir,
toilet
okay.
seat. Yeah. Sitting on the toilet seat, and Spidey trying to do is doing the potty dance in front of it, like, because he can't move the thing to lift the seats. And that art style was very creepy. With that art style is really creepy with the Cindy.
Oh, okay. It's a
Oh.
it wasn't that bad. But
Oh, it wasn't bad.
it was
It was creepy.
yeah, it wasn't. I mean,
It
it
was
was a
kind of
little bit different,
creepy.
but whatever.
It's very
I
stylistic.
think, especially like the hair and stuff, it was a little too uncanny valley for me. Like, you know.
Okay, and if it was Uncanny Valley, if the art was Uncanny Valley, then they put the ad-libbed actual kid voice lines over it. It's like that's a little too close.
Yeah, that's just like a little.
It's you know, yeah, it doesn't help the Uncanny Valley. But the aliens are still up there. They're just waiting on the signal.
Like,
Wow.
to check in on him. I did, but he was not decent.
He dropped his towel in front of me. Aren't we always naked? Yes, but but
But.
yes, that's what he saw.
Uh, but anyway, uh, anything more to say about this?
uh,
Julia either was really insane or really dedicated to the role because she ate a sponge.
oh, yeah, sponge.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't crap.
No wonder I haven't peed in a while.
Oh, but yeah, that's really selling the role. Uh, she is both a genius and insane.
Yeah, I think the reason she took, I think the real reason she tied up Pinky is she was jealous.
Well, wants to get back with her ex and she just can't let go.
That poor bird,
Yeah.
though. What was she rambling about at the end? It's like, I know they're free, but it's the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah.
Matches, I think, or
Match-
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
matchbooks or something. I know they're free, but
Matchbook
it's the
from
thrill
the
of the
bar.
hunt. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else you want to say about the Maniacs of Animaniacs?
I got nothing.
Nope.
And we've got, what, like 4 more episodes of this season to go through? I think something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I think something like 3 or so for Lower Decks, isn't it? The like 10 episode seasons or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so 3 weeks will be out of Lower Decks, and 1 week past that will be out of Animaniacs.
That's okay. We got plenty of stuff. We could do Resident Alien.
That. I still need to finish the first season to start season 2. I've just been really busy.
Bro,
Ugh.
last week actually didn't end in a cliffhanger for the first time in like forever. But I didn't get a chance to watch the this week's episode because I couldn't find a copy of it early enough. And so I started the acquisition like as I'm going to bed.
Hey, but don't forget, next month is the Orville. Hopefully.
Ooh, next month is Unit 2.
Nice. Actually, let me
And
check.
they left it with the cliffhanger in November.
Anyway. I guess
November's Unit left with a cliffhanger, and I'm like, no, why did they do this?
No, we
Although-
must.
Although, I gotta say, I really hope Sam is in this one because that would just make things so good.
Oh, fuck you.
What?
It's been postponed to June.
What,
Oh, Orville?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh well. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
I
We
think we've got
uh,
plenty out of Animaniacs, and we've got plenty out of Lower Decks, so I think we'll call that a stream.